Hello everybody, how's it going? Happy Friday everybody. I love, people are gonna roll in right now and go, what do you mean there's maintenance happening? It's gonna be great. Don't worry, it's planned. We know it wasn't a poor coordination thing. I am aware maintenance is happening in 10 minutes. It's fine. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday, everybody. We'll get some regular stuff going here, and then we got a bunch of other stuff to talk about and dig into as well. Hello, Blindwrath, Marinko, Magic Mike, Babster. Welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's doing well. He lies. Oops. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Oh, I'm on a rolly chair. And gotta close the window at the same time. Okay, alright. How's everyone's Friday going? How's everybody doing today? What we're gonna do. Right, so, I mean, the videos are out. We gotta start making all the parts that we need. And one of the things that means we need airlocks, I think, were in there somewhere. So if we could get some of these started. Okay, let's buy some electronic parts. Let's see how much we can get started before we go down for maintenance. We buy we have 6 slots. Let's grab 10 of these for 50 each. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay. Hello, Thinking. Welcome, welcome. Let's get these started before maintenance if we can. Okay, can we get 6 of those going? Hello! Did we claim papers yet? Nope, of course, the thing that we always forget. Everyone should be claiming their papers every day. Get your 12 research papers. Because as we saw in the videos, so if you haven't watched them already, there's 4 videos out. One was leaked early yesterday. All 4 are out. They're public now. They're easy to find on the YouTube channel for all the 4 buildings, aerospace buildings that are being launched today. And you need papers for one of those buildings. So if you look at the ground control station video, you'll see that you need research papers in order to do those ground control missions. How can I claim 12 if I only ever won 1 chapter? Hello, Moorcox. Welcome, welcome. Yes, and for people who are just tuning in, Brutal Days, welcome. Auntie, welcome. Crowley, Sikio, Sissa, Sidla, Lilino, welcome. Yeah, so we're digging into a bunch of things here today. We do know maintenance is coming for anyone who's tuning in and wondering. It was planned. We were aware. So many things launching today, though. So much stuff to look at. Where did all our... Did that take, all of our stamina to make 6 airlocks? Oh, okay, I guess... Airlocks are hefty. I guess we had exactly enough stamina to do this. That's pretty cool. Curious to see how many are at 100% on trivia. Yeah, so, of course, welcome, Oksenia. Of course, we know maintenance is coming in just a moment here. And we do have things planned for that because, of course, we have to look at all of our trivia winners. We have to look at some of the aerospace leaks. We just have a whole bunch of stuff to dig into while we're on maintenance. So that's fine. Yeah. We'll do as much as we can before we go down here. I think... for anyone who's tuned in week after week, we are, of course, always doing the Rusty Rigs, giving it away if we ever win one of these days, maybe. We have no new missions to do. We have an achievements coming soon page. Hey, Shmoo, Oksania, Tanjamon, Golpe, welcome, welcome. Don't worry, we know maintenance is coming for the people who are just tuning in. Yes, we're aware. We're using these 3 training halls up here to push all of our Martisans up to 50 electrical. So, working on that. Hey, Samantha, welcome, welcome. We are getting close for a lot of them. We've got a couple up to 50 already, But so obviously the goal there is charge power cell 3 with all of our Martisans, which will be pretty nice. If you're someone in the chat and you've got some Martisans, what levels are you sitting on? Is it anyone rocking some like 100+ master level Martisans? Maintenance is always coming for the weekly stream. We know. Don't worry. That's funny. Oh, you're already electrical 50. That's fine. Okay, who else do we have? You are already 50 as well. Some 100s, some 25s. Nice. How high do people have aerospace Martisans? Because, like, if you watch the videos, like, some of the requirements, you need 75 for some of the things. Like, I don't have that. I think I have, like, a 50 aeros... Yeah, I have a 50 aerospace. So this person's going to be training hard to try and level up... Oxania, you have 100? You should get on... Are you in... If you're not in the Founders chat, reach out to Match, and he can help you get your name on the sheet there for 100 aerospace. No high aerospace, pushing levels first, Martisans come later. Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right. Where's Marisol? I know you are pushing up and have enough experience, so let's get you training. That all works pretty well. We also have a lot of people, so we put people in our chem labs who are dismantling power cells, disassembling power cells to get really good electrical XP. We may have to take a quick pause here and put this cat away. Are you coming to say hi? Hey. She does like to come and bother the stream usually. Come here. You can come say hi, but you gotta get closer. Oh, no, okay, maybe not. Hey, come here. Okay, or she'll be a lump on the floor, whichever. We'll work on installing a webcam eventually, so we can actually like look at the cat, because she is being very cute down there. She's flopped on the floor, trying to get our attention. All right. Level 10 aerospace is going to be a rough time leveling. Well, if you saw, for anyone who didn't see it, there is the officer training in the ground control station, which lets you level up your Martisans. Oh, hello, you are coming to say hi. Oh, what a chunky cat. And I mean, while we're just talking a little bit here, we can sit and chat. And we can answer some players' questions, whatever people want to know. Does our cat have followers like little Leon? Not really, but we have lots of people. Lots of people know who Cricket is. She's a very chunky boy. But she's very chill. She's very friendly. Yeah, so 75 aerospace to do a lot of things. Ooh, it's okay, little Ploppo. 75 aerospace to do a lot of things. You can train your Martisans in the training hall. Or sorry, in the ground control station. Okay, alright. Train your Martisans in the ground control station. 75 aerospace, like the highest requirement that we saw on those videos that went out recently, is to create the hopper, creating some of the hopper components for some of the highest aerospace tasks. Bit of a grind currently at the mid-tier levels. Most buildings have profitable tasks. Any recommendations on what to focus on? Find a thing you like doing and is interesting to you, rather than focusing on profit. At least is my advice. For reference, for people who are wondering how I play the game, I don't open DigiPedro. I don't use spreadsheets and calculations. I have played enough that I know roughly the things that are going to be break even. And you'll see me... there's cat hair in my mouth now. And you'll see me occasionally do some like light math or like rough math on stream. But as long as stuff is mostly even, I just do production chains myself. I don't really do a lot of like making stuff to sell it on the market, right? How many kidneys for a ground control station? Okay, we need to get some artisans in here disassembling power cells. Disassemble power cells, use a artisan, and we'll use the lowest level ones who are able to do it, because those are the same ones that need the most experience. Oops. Power cells, artisan. Let's look at who needs. I know white cowboy hat needs experience, and I know. Okay, I gotta go through here, then this, and I know. Is it Jesse that needs it, or do you need it? Some of the people in here, I think Jesse still needs more, so I'll put some there. Okay, all right. Doing pretty good so far. We haven't been hit with maintenance yet. I'm sure it's coming like any minute now. Can we get anything else started? These 3D print shops are all our stuff. White cowboy hat and you. Yeah, I mean, I know some of their names, but they stand out in the list based on color palette, right? Oh, okay. Well, there we go. We're hit with the maintenance page. A lot of fun new things on the maintenance page, though. I like it. We got some colors going. We got lots of buttons on the bottom. We've got Discord. We've got player guide. Maintenance on Mars. New Easter egg on the maintenance page. Where's our Easter egg on the maintenance page? Oh. Of course, have our grind and brew cup. It's planned. Don't worry, everybody. Maintenance was planned for today's stream. We have things to do during maintenance. All right. So, during maintenance today, we have a number of things to look at. Well, this is our artisan sheet. That's kind of whatever. That's not a big deal. We were going to do some aerospace planning. We're going to start digging into this ourselves. While we're doing all this, we might put ourselves over here in this corner. I know. Everyone's going to panic. We're on the wrong side now. It's okay. Don't worry. Yes, new maintenance screen is exciting, though. So yes, some aerospace planning. Perhaps we have all this stuff to talk through for change notes at the end. And yeah, so we do have all that, but we also have this guy. Oh, but we don't have ourselves on here. Well, you know, we meant to be here with this and have ourselves in this corner and do some of this. Sorry, live everything. Yep. Oh, we're super narrow today because we're going on the fly. Oh, look, we're peeking out of this little window up here, everybody. Very tiny webcam today. Tiny webcam. Yes, but planned maintenance. So we're aware that this was a thing that's coming. We need to do the giveaways for today and talk about the prizes. We have all the prizes to give away. We have tiny webcam. Oh, okay. I guess we can change it a little bit. Yeah, I think trivia is a blast, in my opinion. We could, I guess we could go a little bit less here, and we could, oh, that's the wrong direction. There we go. There we go. That's a little more reasonable. All right, sweet. We're having a good time today. It was tiny cheese for a little bit. All right. Hey, welcome everybody who's just popping in. Flaker, Up Chaos, Jeff, Boss Wins, G Puelo. I think everyone else has been here already, but trivia. So, For anyone who didn't catch them, all those previous trivia answers were being posted as well. The grand prize, if you get 30 out of 30 questions correct on the Discord trivia, is some aerospace schematics. So if you looked at the YouTube videos that have been posted, one of those, and to be fair, you probably haven't because they were posted like this morning. But the way to acquire schematics for these buildings is through the ground control station with like 5% chances at the end of a mission chain. Like very tough to get. These schematics are going to be difficult to acquire. So I'd be surprised if anyone even has a Vulcan Metalworks in like the next week because they're very hard to get, right? So there's your grand prize, 2 schematics of your choice, any 2 aerospace buildings. The secondary prize we haven't announced yet, but it will be, similarly valued, probably a little less, like, if this is 2 schematics, this is 1. It won't be 1 schematic, it's not likely, because I believe this will be a community prize and not a Mars donated prize. But we have these to give away. So these are all the daily giveaways, right? So each day there's a question that was given and winners chosen and things like this. And so for this first one, for example, we have an Epic Chem Lab that we gave away on the first day of trivia. We have all those answers being populated on a big old spreadsheet. I'm going to hide today's column there and hide the rest of these. Whoops. Yes. There we go. And so we can see at the top, because we're doing some calculations, all of the people who have gotten every question wrong. We have 11 of those people. And people who have gotten every question right. We have 13 of those people. The 13 is not entirely accurate. Anyone who hasn't answered yet today, you still have a chance to get there. We could also do some logic here where we say, some conditional formatting where if you're equal to, what is it? What's a perfect score right now? 7? If you are 7, highlighted in green. There we go. And we can look at everybody who has perfect scores so far. So if you're tuning in on YouTube or watching this later, you can pause and scroll through and find your name and see if it's highlighted in green. But there you go. There's some of the names or wax addresses for the people who are perfect scores so far. There are a fair number of you. And I probably will not be we will not be doing anyone who got this first day wrong. It is likely, for example, that this person who only got the first day wrong will probably be giving people a buy on day 1. Yeah, we'll see if anyone makes it the full. If anyone gets 30 out of 30, awesome. If we don't make it to 30 out of 30, then we'll give everyone. We'll do a draw for everyone who's at 29 out of 29, right? So it's everyone at the highest step at the end. I don't know how many people will make it 100% all the way through. That'll be impressive. But yeah, there you go. That's everyone on the list. You can find your name and see your score as well. If that one person gets it, then that one person will get the prize. That's how she goes. And for reference, if anyone hasn't seen it already, the trivia is going to get hard. Oh, I mean, a lot of people are. We have 125 people who are playing trivia right now. But the color on the left here is how difficult the questions are. And it goes easy for the first 2 weeks, medium questions for the week after that, and really hard questions for the last week from about December 24th to December 31st. Hard questions, difficult questions. But yeah, so I mean, we'll just we'll get sorted on doing some of these giveaways here. This is easy enough. So we say Epic Chem Lab for the first week, right? So we go on this column. This will take me a hot minute, but we're gonna highlight all the names of everyone who got the first day correct. So this is why trivia is gonna take us, you know, a little while to do. But you know, we'll get through it. We'll figure it out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Everyone who was correct on day 1 getting in the draw for an Epic Chem Lab. 1, 2, 3, 1. Also, I like, some people have like custom wax addresses, which is pretty cool. Those names are interesting. Or some of the names that like, everyone who starts with a number, yours are so much easier for me to track and figure out because there's not many people that start with a number. All right. Can't you filter? Yeah, I mean, we could do a lot of things. This could be done much more efficiently with just a little bit of stuff, but no, that's fine. It's fine. Everyone calm down. It's not going to take us any longer to click on these and talk and engage with people than it is to filter and do some fancy things. We got all the time in the world. We're on maintenance right now. It's okay, everybody. Okay, so we're gonna take all these names. Did we copy? Did we copy? No. Okay. All right. Okay, let's just do filter this way. It's fine, everybody. Pick a wax name instead of getting a junk one by Waxcloud. Oh, right on. Okay. I just really wanted to pick them all again. It's fine. It's just not as fun. It's just not as fun to do things the easy way. So, here's the thing that I learned, okay? I streamed for all of COVID, and back then I was streaming Magic the Gathering. We're gonna go to big screen us. You know what we should do on this screen while we're talking also is put like we should put us on one side and like get a little chat bar off on the other side here. Cause I swear this is a thing that we have. Yes, right? Chat? Mm-hmm. And we put chat over here. Yeah, something like this, right? We could make us smaller, make chat a little bit bigger, something like that. And we could mess with some of these things. Hi, YouTube! Yeah. Always show messages, chat delay, yeah, uh-huh. There we go. Yeah, something like that. Wait, we have the thing that, like, leaves the messages on here, right? Do. Font, chatter, source, yes. There we go. Does that work? The spreadsheet is not public, no. The spreadsheet is elsewhere. Okay, but here we are. We're good. We're ready. We're doing some things. Okay. So, yes, of course. So, we're going to tell a little bit of a story for when we used to stream Magic the Gathering over COVID. During that time, we discovered something that's, I think, is pretty common. And that is, people love correcting your mistakes, right? people, like, the highest engagement that you'll get, the most that people want to come and talk and join the stream and participate, is when you do things wrong. People want to tell you how to do things correctly. And so it's much better to just have a fun time, goofing around, you know, having a blast, and having other people come in and tell you, here's how you do it better. I don't know what you're doing. Why are you doing it that way? So, you know, knowing that I can sort a spreadsheet, great, fine, absolutely. Picking all the names individually so that somebody in the chat can say, why are you doing it that way? Is way funnier and way more engaging. Just, you know, some looking behind the mirror. There you go. Why are we doing the stream this way? We're only like, we're doing this just while we had something to talk about. Sorry. All right. Anyway, we're going back to here, doing our giveaways. All right. Where's the cat? The cat is wandering away somewhere. All right. So we're copying all these names that we have. We're throwing them onto a wheel of names. This is for the first giveaway. That is a lot of names. Everyone comes for the cat. Everyone wants to see Cricket. She's wandered away now, though. Okay, so this first giveaway is for an Epic Chem Lab Gen 1. We won't be giving these away right away on stream. We'll be going and finding something later, and we'll be setting up all those giveaways off stream later on. But first giveaway for an Epic Chem Lab Gen 1. Click to spin the wheel. Epic Chem Lab Gen 1, here we go. There we go. All right. First winner. Good to go. You go right here. Congratulations. Are you here, CDCSY? Is this somebody who's tuned into stream today? Congratulations. I only recognize like a few. Yeah, that other one. That's, I mean, right on the line. Can safely say it's not me. Yeah, if this is you and you're tuned in today, then congratulations. Good job. So what we will do later as well, before we give out anything, we'll just go through all of the wax addresses, poke in there, make sure it's not like a bot or like a clearly sketchy looking account, right? But as long as you're a person and you're playing Mars, then great. Okay, we have a rare Gen 1 CAD. So all of these, by the way, are NFT giveaways. So we're giving away, like, everything that's donated is stuff that is on chain. Some of these the resource credits and things may be in-game, but a lot of the things are, in-game. Moorcox, you could let us know, are these resource credits and survey coins an in-game or an NFT prize? Do we know? And also, what would people like as a secondary prize? So we have the schematics, like, way up at the top as, like, the crazy big reward. But if you were, like, if there was a prize that you could win, you know, less than schematics, what is something that you would be excited for? We need to sort day 2. Grab day 2. Wow, I think a lot more correct answers on day 2 than day 1. More leaks? I mean, we could go talk about some of the leaks as well. But we should do all of our giveaways for today first. Alright. And we have winner number 2. What's our prize? We're giving away a rare Gen 1 CAD. Alright. Spin the wheel for a rare Gen 1 CAD. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Woo! That's some loud music. Sorry, everybody. Hey, there we go. This looks like... That address looks familiar. Yeah, everyone go look up your wallet. Make sure you know if you're, what name yours is under so we can, see if you're gonna be the winner. Alright, so we'll pop back over here. Congratulations if this is you. CQ3U34. Good job, congrats. Alright, and we have a rare Gen 1 greenhouse. Oh, Moorcox, if you're on this sheet, don't unhide anything. Don't mess with anything on stream. Because I definitely have certain things hidden so we don't accidentally give anything away on stream. Okay, alright, we're sorting this column. For the people who aren't aware, this trivia thing is being mostly organized by myself, Moorcox, and Ari, so none of us are participating. We can't win. We're not eligible for any of the prizes. Huge shout out to Ari, by the way, for, like, depth of lore knowledge. Yeah, Ari's got a lot of lore knowledge. Alright, looks like a lot less correct answers on that one there. This is for a rare Gen 1 greenhouse. Rare Gen 1 greenhouse. Yeah, I am having a blast with trivia. Like, reasons to tune in, hop on the Discord, and chat trivia with people. Like, so fun. And, like, the questions at the end of the month are just, like, we're racking our brains to come up with, like, in-depth, hard questions for the end of the month. So, you know, while they start pretty easy and everyone can go find the answers, they do get a lot more difficult. Okay, so, there we go. And this one is... oh, if your name... if you were XV... oh, it's this... that's so stressful. EK3C. Congratulations. Rare Gen 1 greenhouse is all yours. All right. Oh, whoops. I'm curious how many people in the chat have Mars merch. How many of you are like, you rock a beanie or a hoodie or a mug or anything? Oh man, yeah, thank you. Trivia, I think it's going great. I'm having a great time. A coffee mug and a t-shirt, nice. Oh, Magic Mike, yeah, shout out Magic Mike. We've got some of your stuff in here. Magic Mike donated a couple of plots here that we've included in our giveaway. So one of them was a plot full of solars, which is pretty rad for anybody, really. Anyone can use more solars. We are... we'll take trivia prize merch. Interesting. We could... well, I'm not going to say anything there. But yeah, near the end... given how hard the questions get, I think we are gonna do some pretty hefty prizes. Like, I don't know, we're talking like 20,000 Dusk, or like big, like there's an egg, I know for sure. One of the harder questions near the end, we'll be giving away one egg NFT. I've posted an example of like what a hard question might be. And we're not using that question for anyone who went and did the math, but it basically, like, go somewhere, find a number of a task, and then go somewhere else and multiply it by the something else, and then go onto a website like Atomic Hub or Nifty and find the template ID of something and divide that by like the number of Martisans that are the Clara type, like all like that level of like find each thing, do all of this math, keep doing things in order, and then at the end you get a number, and then it's like go find the template ID or the website or the something that's related to that number. So they get tough. Anyway, all that said, we have a random tool to give away for December 5th. I feel like this was one that a lot of people struggled. Oh, I say, and then like everyone got this one right. No, I think the one in yellow was the one that everyone struggled with, right? So the way I started tracking this moving forward was from this yellow day onwards. I actually deleted the cell if it was incorrect. So that way I know this person didn't respond, this person did but got it wrong. So from here forward, I'm actually tracking wrong answers, not just no responses. Looking at only 13 perfect scores, it's already not so easy trivia. Yeah, so, and like, we're not holding the prize for 30 out of 30, we're holding it for whoever scores the best, right? As long as we aren't taking the integral of the plot movement between the number of accounts. Yeah, it's not incredibly hard math, but, you know, we are hoping to have, if a person gets a perfect score, I want that person to definitely deserve the big prize that they're getting, right? Bunch of really hard questions. All right, random expert tool. Clear our list, paste in our new list, just double checking. And a random expert tool going to Rough G. Can't see it. Is there not a video on fuel tank? There should be. If you head to the YouTube, there is a YouTube playlist that should link you the 4 aerospace buildings that are launching today. Well, there's 4 buildings that are coming out today, for anyone who hasn't had a chance to pop over there and isn't aware. And those buildings are... Oh, no. We did not mean to spin again. It is this person that won. And my apologies, because we're going to go back and it's going to say someone else won. That person did not win. 4 buildings came out today. Aerospace... so there's an aerospace playlist, and in that playlist we have Rocket Fuel Factory, Vulcan Metal Works, Ground Control Station, and Fuel Tank. Oh! Is that something that happened? I'll need to fix that if that's the case. Thank you, Monk. Is it the right thumbnail and the wrong... Is it the right thumbnail and the wrong video? Did I do that? That might be the case. Please let me know if that is the case, and I'll definitely fix it, because all 4 of those are finished and ready to go. No, they're all wrong? It's the same video twice for Vulcan Metalworks and Fuel Tank. Is it just titled the wrong thing? My apologies, everybody. It is 2 of the same thing. So it is. Yes, you're correct. Okay, let's quickly fix that. That's easy enough. So we may... I think we have enough bandwidth that this should be okay, but my apologies if there's any issues as a result. So we're missing Fuel Tank, right? fuel tanks. Upload fuel tank. Aerospace fuel tank. Thumbnail is here. Bum ba da da dum dum. Playlist Aerospace done. Click click click. Done done. Yes yes yes. This publish done. That should be pretty quick. My apologies on that one, everybody. There we go. Alright, that should be, you know, as soon as that's done, it'll be up and going and ready to roll. Alright. Achievements are going live after the update. I'm not sure on that one. My contribution to achievements was naming a ton of them. And if you're someone who enjoys puns, then you're gonna like the achievement names. And if you're someone who doesn't like puns, what's wrong with you? Why not? Puns are great. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Vindbuilt. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're gonna go to this other tab, and it's gonna say there's a winner. That person did not win. My apologies if this is your wax address. Nope, not you. You didn't win. Nope, stop that. Okay. Live now. Yep, there we go. I mean, that's what I just did while I was talking here. Hopefully, yeah, it didn't look like we had any impact to stream frames or anything like that, so that's good. They're good. Some of them are good. Some of them are. I don't think I made any like bad, like that's really a stretch. If it was really a stretch of a pun, then I just scrapped it. So, so we have these resource credits from Moorcox. Moorcox, did you say in chat if these were on chain or not? Did we talk about this? Either way, we'll get it sorted. Okay, so this day, I think this is the one that the most people struggled with. What was that one? I think this was the DTM question, if I remember correctly. So for people who aren't aware, every time you go to a plot, it tells you the DTM at the very top of your plot. And so the DTM with the most artifacts was, yes, as a lot of people said, Eric Johnson's settlement. But that's not the DTM. You needed to go to that settlement and then click on a plot and then take the name of the DTM, which was like Hellas something something, right? So I would say like 50% of the answers were Eric Johnson's settlement, Eric Johnson, or definitely some some answers for this day were just Eric, which I thought was very amusing. The settlement was not named Eric, but it was a good attempt. So here's everyone who got this one correct. We're gonna go look at our 1,000 resource credits here from Moorcox. Thank you, Moorcox, for donating this guy. Babster, were you were one of them? That's pretty funny. Yep. That's good. It's funny because he has the ability to rename that DTM because it's a private one. He does own it, so he could have named it something else, but he just left it as the default name at the time of the question, at least. So anyway, here we go. The winner of 1,500 resource credits is KVCQY. Congratulations. Yeah, still like a good chunk of people got there. It wasn't like bad. It was just definitely not. Oh, that was the third one, not this one? Okay. Yeah. I could unhide the answers that are another column over, but we're gonna keep those. That's fine. We definitely want to keep as much of this sheet hidden as we can, but we Yeah. I know I wrote ring on 6 trivia. Well, Marinko, you can shoot me a DM and we can dig into it. That's no worries. If you think you got one right that I have marked incorrectly, then just shoot me a DM on Discord. That's fine. Surveyor coins from December 7th. Yeah. This is like... This is ring. This was Jesse's ring is the thing that or as a lot of people pointed out, I think a lot of people actually said his dad's ring or something to that effect. But basically, if you said ring anywhere in your answer, then that's fine. So the answers are being like double checked by a person who is saying, oh yes, that's fine. Oh, you got the right idea. And so that's why like the DTM name needs to be the DTM. But if you have ring or Jesse's ring or his dad's ring or anything close to that, then those are all okay as well, right? You got the right concept. You know the thing that we're talking about. Just announced, we have so much new data that our import process is choking a bit, so we need to import in increments. Ah, yes. Well, that's okay. We have lots planned to talk about and lots to dig into anyway. We're fine. We have lots of things to keep going. Oh yeah, this next one's not closed yet, right? This is the one that's ongoing? Like, the land plot is the prize for today, like the current question. If I remember correctly. We could double check over on the Discord. Let's go see. Yes, yes, this is the current giveaway. Okay, so we're just doing surveyor coins then. And we've sorted this, and we're going from here. Oh, that's a lot of people. Down to here. And we're going over here and clearing this whole list. Alright. So this is 15 surveyor coins. Lots of people entered in this one. What was this one? This was the ring, right? This is loads and loads of people got this. It was pretty easy to find. I think people are struggling a little bit more finding the ones from the lore videos than the ones from the lore the chapters themselves. Today's question has had some pretty funny answers though. So for people who don't know, today's question is how many subscribers does little Leon have? Which is Clara's cat, for those who don't know. And people have been putting in the answers that are like the amount of some people have responded with the amount of subscribers for the Million on Mars YouTube channel. People have put in the amount of subscribers for the Twitch channel, the amount of subscribers on the Twitter. Yeah, definitely over 1. It's funny. All right. So, lots and lots of people got the ring correct. So, for all of these people, we are giving away 15 surveyor tokens. Oh, is that ... Oh, it went to 2. 2JQG.wham. Over -1. Ah, gotcha. All right. So, congratulations if you happen to be... Is that you? Good job, Mike. All right. So, our list of winners are all right here. We'll be following up with everybody. We'll be sending all this stuff out and getting it sent everyone's way. If you're someone who's tuning in on the YouTube later, I'll do my best to timestamp this for you. So this is at about 50 minutes. If you're just tuning in for the list of winners, we'll put in a timestamp so you can come and you can find this, so you don't have to wonder if you got a prize or not. Have a donation for the next stream. Sounds good. Yeah, at least you didn't win your own land plot. Well, there's always next week. We'll see. Bum, ba, ba, bum. Okay, so that's all the trivia stuff that we have for today. We could look at any of this if people want to see anything else. Sort these back into the A to Z list that we had them. But there are definitely, there's people who haven't, like, let's sort this column. We'll look at the people who have answered 6, but they actually have all 5. So is there anyone who hasn't answered yet for today? Yeah, like, this person has all of the previous answers correct, but hasn't answered yet for today, right? So there's probably 14, potentially 14 people in the running for perfect scores so far. Yeah, can we see the answers for the future questions? The 0 scores are the ones that get me. I don't know if there's that many who have submitted. Yeah, okay, some of these people are, like, they're guessing and getting them wrong. Guessing and getting them wrong. Because I only started tracking on this day, right? Like, these people obviously answered something on a previous day that I just wasn't tracking at the time. A raffle for all the green ones? You think we should, well, but I mean, there's this person who could be green but just hasn't answered yet for today, right? So that's... Or like, this one and this one and this one, where that first day was a little bit messy. So a lot of these people, I'd probably still count amongst the perfect scores. If the only one that you got wrong. What does the question mark mean? The question mark was, this person's answer was so far off what is even remotely correct. What are you even doing? So, sorry if that was your wax address. Yeah, the first day, well, it's more like we posted and we gave 24 hours, but we didn't really, you know, if you didn't know it was happening and you're someone who wanted to engage, giving people a little bit more time on that first day is reasonable. So I'm happy to just, if you're someone who has everything correct except the first day, then I'll be going back and I'll check in that box for you, no problem. Like, don't worry about that. Yeah, exactly. Stuff like, you're like, what? You're not even close. Right. People were like, just, I don't know, like, I don't know, what were some of the recent questions that were like, what's the latitude and longitude? And people are like, Jesse's haptic goggles. And you're like, what even? You're not even remotely, it's not even an answer to a previous question. Like, you're just making stuff up. Anyway, I think we're ready to swap over to here. And probably close up this trivia one for now. Yes, and for anyone who's playing trivia, we do only take the first answer. So the first thing that you submit is the answer to the question. So if you're unsure, take the full 24 hours. Double check your answer. Yeah, some people did put in some funny answers, to be fair. So that is true. Yes. So next thing that we have that we're gonna go and look at is some aerospace, not Martisans, not planning yet. We'll come back to planning because we wanna talk about like what resources people think are gonna be limiting factors and bottlenecks, and kind of look at like I want to plan my own like aerospace path, right? Right, yeah. Some people, like, we started off, we were getting a bunch of DMs, and we're like, right, yeah, I of course immediately was like, right, that's not gonna work. Like, there's no way, that's way too much manpower for us to do. Of course we need to set up a form for this. Papers, hopefully. Oh, we're looking for papers. Yeah, so we wanted to look through the change notes for some of these things. So these changes are coming live. So once we come into maintenance, this is the stuff that's being worked on currently. Achievements. So achievements are going to be huge. So for people who don't know, this is going to be a race. As soon as you come out of maintenance, everyone needs to go and rush and do these and try and get there right away, because achievements care about who finishes them when. So if you're the first person to get an achievement, that's better than being the 100th person. We don't know how long maintenance is going to be. It's a variable length. So so basically you're going to have variable achievements, so you want to be the first one to finish achievements, basically. You get your name up there, so it tells you people. Do we know what the big update is? We're currently looking at it. Let me give you the link for this page for anyone who's not on here already. These are the change notes for the update today. So people who are always asking for notes on what's coming and what's being worked on, this is it. So achievements are coming. So over 100 plus achievements. We have sound effects. What do you like? What don't you like? We have a feedback channel in the Discord for sounds, so people can tell us what they want changed, what they're enjoying, that kind of thing. Whoop, like that. It's a good sound effect. We should use that somewhere. We have a whole new profession, Aerospace. So we'll open this in a new tab and we'll go look at that in just a second. So yes, like this says, ground control station, metalworks, rocket fuel factory, and fuel tanks. Some other buildings to be released following, and Hopper is the last thing in this whole mission chain. So that's why you need the 75 Aerospace to make. And 75 Aerospace is for the Hopper body, I think. If you watch the I think it's in the Vulcan Metalworks video. We'll walk you through how to make those things. Some leaderboards are coming. Yes, let's open that in another tab. We'll go and we'll look at these leaderboards as well. Duskworks Landing is coming. So an NPC DTM. So this is, if you looked at the leaks already, it is basically a spot where you can go and you can engage like a player settlement, except there's going to be different areas to engage with. We'll go look at that in just a second as well. This is something that's coming that I think a lot of people were excited about and were expecting. So this is Martisans automating hazard cleanup. So this one is huge, right? So you're someone who has like a ton of habitats and managing this massive settlement. So those big players, right? The ones who have like hundreds of plots with habitats on all of them, where managing the hazard is difficult. You get Martisans on all of those plots, and they can keep the hazard cleaned for you, so you can keep stuff public and usable. Gen 3 machine shop crafting recipe was previously one that was missing, and now is available in there. So we had, lots of Gen 3 buildings were craftable. So we had like print shop and CAD and this and that, and so machine shop is now joining the ranks. Aerospace building shard packs can be purchased. Schematics need to be obtained through gameplay. So this is basically the response to Composter, right? Composter came out, but you needed building levels to do a lot of things, and those shards were tough to find for a little bit there. But now we have, we're making sure that we seed those initially. So we're taking that feedback that the players gave us, which was make the shards more readily available, and we're making sure that they're out there. So you can buy the shards for all the aerospace buildings in a ton of different spots. Ah, well, That's like the strangest bot pop-up advertisement thing that I've ever seen. I don't even know if this is this like, is that, what is that? Okay, not a bot, sure. I don't understand what your pitch is. Let us help you though. You're a person who plays Million on Mars and you're looking for assistance with earning Dusk in game? I'm very curious. I'm sorry to have immediately suspected that you were a bot. Tell us what you're curious about. So, for anyone who's never tuned into the stream, if you're new here, you're a first-time chatter, or you're curious what the stream's all about, we always answer every question. So if anyone asks a question in chat relating to Million on Mars gameplay, we're happy to talk about that, or at the very least direct you to the spot where you need to go. So if it's support or a Discord or whatever, what have you. Yeah, we're crypto related. No, we're a crypto related game. You can earn Dusk in game. You can sell that Dusk for wax, and you can use that wax on any given chain and talk about that. So we're here. We're playing Million on Mars, and that's good. But yeah, we're playing a game. We're playing a game where you can earn Dusk in game, and then you can trade that Dusk for wax, and then you can trade that wax for crypto, and therefore we are a crypto related game. Play a lot and have fun. Yeah, there you go. Great method. And like we said at the beginning of the stream, you pick the thing that you enjoy doing and you make sure it's like roughly profitable or break even, and then you do the chain that you enjoy playing. Aerospace building shards will be dropping from Explorer missions. No, doubtful. The same way that I don't think you can get composter shards from rover missions. Or thorium reactor shards, right? So shard packs are purchasable in in-game shops. So you go to the shop, you buy the pack. That's how you get them. We have aerospace building shards and food warehouse shards. I don't know if anyone has seen any of the Discord leaks for food warehouse. Is that something that's been out there and leaked? No, I think we're trying to veer away from really making rovers the like one-stop shop for every single thing, right? So rover missions will give you shards for like core buildings or factory buildings or what have you, but it's not like every single building that comes out. Mentioned but not shown yet. Okay. Do we have a leak from this that we can open up and talk about? Maybe not. Maybe we haven't seen it yet. Okay, so maybe not yet, but that's okay. We'll just, I think if you're a founder, you may have seen a spicier leak for this stuff. Maybe. Room for a new rover mission for new shards? Yeah, potentially. We'll, like, go searching for advanced shards, find composter, thorium reactor, what have you. So these are also in lockboxes. So lockboxes are currently the way to get all these advanced shards, right? So when you open them, you can get you can't get composter right now. You can get thorium reactor though. Repairing broken tools, random rewards, random tool recipes, rewards, and crafting recipes. So same spots that you find everything right now. Yes, rover missions now take stamina. Yeah, we're getting down there, but the level of a building in the settlement management now sorts numbers from 1 to 10 as numbers, not strings, as well as alphabetical. Cleanup of some rental API responses not to mix landlord into manager records. So some minor fixes for settlements, helping you sort your buildings and do some things. Did the crypto guy bounce? Did you want to learn about Million on Mars? I presume that's why people were popping in. Anyway, dynamic treasury sourced Dusk switched to a much smoother curve for multipliers. So for people who are aware of how the dynamic treasury works, you have At the high end, so when the treasury is full, it gives like a 2x multiplier or whatever the multiplier is. Slowly drops down till it's at the middle point of 1x. And then, so how fast that drop happens. So in some dynamic treasury tables right now, in the loot tables, you've seen like 1.25, 1.5, 0.75, 0.25. So smoothing out that curve just means that we're switching some of the bigger tables to less dramatic drops. So like 1, 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, that kind of thing, instead of just like such dramatic steps, right? Rover missions now require 5 stamina to start the chain. So this is just talking about those, what are they? Like the Coprades delivery, those mission chains, right? So the very first ones didn't require any stamina, so you were able to set up a whole ton of them. And I think people were kind of like launching tons and tons of them, and then building up a lot of the first mission step and not like continuing the mission chain. I think the idea is to sort of use one rover, do the whole chain. But anyway, there's 5 stamina at the start of the chain now. Soil recipe. Yeah, I mean, this one, they were also only like 9 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Soil recipes have been removed from the CAD. This was just, everyone knew that this was coming. This is, soil is now available in the composter. The composter does what it's supposed to. It has a lot of like internal processes that run. You're very, very late. Hey, James, welcome. The only things you've missed so far is that we went through all the giveaways for today. We drew all the winners for the last, all the days up until now. But otherwise, not missed too much. We're just sort of going through all the different things that are launching. So we also are going to go through each of these tabs now. So we went through and we opened some of these 3 different things. We can go look at Aerospace. So Aerospace is a whole wall of stuff. So Aerospace is for elder players. It's for people who've been around for a really long time with high skill levels. And so it's go to an asteroid and do deep asteroid mining. We already linked the player guide, so you can go through, you can read most of this yourself. We're going to jump down and talk about gameplay a little bit. So we have launch pads, which are needed to go to the asteroids. We have fuel tanks, which you need to go to the asteroids because you need to fuel things. Ground control, avionics. Yeah, so basically that'll give you your hopper setup between these 3. Scan for things, listen for missions, find new missions, find asteroids, decide which asteroids you want to go to. That's sort of what we're looking at there. Closer to the bottom, we have building and housing your hoppers. So you need to use the rocket fuel factory to make rocket fuel, the engine factory to make engines, and the Vulcan Metal Works will make sort of the hopper components themselves, the nose cone, the frame. You can watch the video for those ones, for any of the ones that are already out. Fuel tanks aren't in here, but the fuel tanks are what let you turn the methalox that is produced in the rocket fuel factory into rocket fuel. So you put it in the fuel tank, and then you withdraw rocket fuel from methalox. So yes, a full set of 7 buildings is a deluxe hopper complex. So with new locations, Duskwork Landing. This is where Duskwork Accommodation lives in Waterloo City. And a bunch of other things. So one of the tabs that we are going to have here is going to be talking about Duskworks Landing. But we'll look at these 7 new leaderboards first. Dr. Chan, this is going to be a whole long thing, but basically there are a bunch of new tournaments coming out. For more information, you can visit this if you're curious about like the actual science behind some of the things. Hey, Gonzi, welcome. And at the end, we'll give away some schematics. So, like the big trivia raffle, 2 schematics of your choice is huge. Don't worry, we're getting to the NPC base. It's the next tab. But if at the end of this tournament, it's a raffle tournament. You open it by clicking on the trophy, joining the tournament like you would any other tournament. Entry fee is 1,000 ice. There's only 100 people. It'll last 11 hours. You need to navigate to Duskwork Landing and donate ice to join the tournament. And so this is where we need to talk about the NPC Duskwork Landing. So to speak to them, you need to finish the mission first to gain access to the tournament. So missions will be available that let you, they sort of walk you through, right, like how to join Duskworks Landing. There's a launch pad that needs to be built. There's a whole different pile of different things. So you can click through these yourself. You can go learn what all these different things are about. But there's Beowulf's Forge. There's Planetary Projects, Inc. There's the Alpha Microbial Research Center. Duskworks Fuel Donation Site. Marisol's Garden. And more. And so all of these different things are tournaments that are happening at each location. So you go to the location in Duskwork Landing in the NPC DTM, and you participate and you engage with those tournaments. So if we pull up a leak over here, we actually have a... where's this? Our leaks, and we have this guy. So for anyone who hasn't seen this yet, this is what all those things are talking about. So Duskwork Landing is a NPC DTM where we can go and we can look at each of these things to participate in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So not all of these are online right at the very start, but it is Jesse's Planetary Projects, Inc., Marisol's Garden, Duskworks, Aerospace Ventures. So each of these things is on a location that you need to go to engage with. And lots of these are recognizable characters. Not used to the live stream, I keep trying to pause it. That's funny. Hope we can navigate through the buildings and see the tasks. Yes, I think so. I think there's going to be different... This will be set up differently than just tasks at like a regular settlement, right? Because these are going to have unique tasks involved for participating in these tournaments. The MC has been hidden, which I think is pretty funny. And yeah, I mean, there's one other little thing on here which people might have noticed as well. But I'll leave that one for anyone to find and not give it away. Which is even more, you know, we're showing it on screen, but we're not even pointing it out. So there's something on there that's a new thing that's occurring as well. Anyway, we're not going to delve into it too much. We'll just say that it's there and let people find it themselves. All right, and with that, we're probably heading over to our player guide, and we're digging into whatever whatever people want to talk about now. So we've touched lightly on a ton of things, on everything that's coming. Now we're open to digging into whatever people want to talk about in a little more depth. So we have, I mean, we didn't even talk about, like, chickens are a thing that's coming. We have, what else was in our leaks? We have chickens, we have achievements, we have, like, a bunch of tokens, which I think you should have made the connection on now. You know, these were tokens that came out a little while ago, right? The Marisol token, the bricklaying token. If you haven't made that connection, the tokens are going to be tied into the NPC settlement. Do we know what we need to create all the aerospace stuff? Yes, we could definitely dive into that a little bit, and we could pull up some of the videos and talk about that. But the best place to learn what you need to make things... Oh, I guess we don't have that shown in the videos. But we could talk about it a little bit. So once you have the schematic for the building, I will say that creating the buildings themselves is going to require glitter. So glitter is needed to produce the buildings after you have the schematic. As well as some decently high skills. I believe like maybe 50 aerospace at a minimum or at a maximum. Yeah, I think everything is 50 aerospace. I think pretty high fabrication levels in order to make all the buildings. Yeah. So it's not a month until humans can do the task. This is something on the... I don't know if we have this on like the FAQ page for... where'd we go? I don't know if we have the FAQ page for the change notes. But one of the questions that I think a lot of people are going to be asking is, can I, a player without Martisans, engage with this release? And yes, there are things for players to do when this comes out. Totally. Absolutely. Let's talk about like buildings, fuels. Yeah, okay. So we can look at the costs of things, but the cost of the building themselves, if you have the schematic, is relatively low. It is like a couple of inputs and glitter. Glitter is the main thing to make them once you have the schematic. Let's see if building 1k nitrogen or buying 1k nitrogen for 0.8 will give me some money back. I don't think nitrogen is used in the production of rocket fuel, which is like the primary thing, but oxygen and methane are both used. If you watch the videos, you'll see a ton of oxygen and methane go into making fuel. Yes, and sorry, this is something that we should clarify for everyone who's curious. The things to do as a player, you can do the missions. You can gain aerospace experience in a number of different areas and tasks. You just can't level up your aerospace skill immediately. We'll let people do it in the future. We want to reward people who have aerospace Martisans getting to be the first ones to play and engage. Players can still gain aerospace experience and do all the same stuff. You just can't level up yet. And that's super important, right? You want to build up as much experience as you can so that you can start leveling later. Can you level Martisans that aren't high enough yet? Yes, absolutely. So if you own a Martisan, it's not a high-level aerospace, you can train a Martisan from scratch and level up its aerospace. Any idea why that decision was made? Lots of gates restricting low and mid-tier players already. Because this aerospace generally is for high-level players. It's totally what it was advertised as. It's a big elder player system. But if you are a new player and you want to engage with this, you can rent the buildings, you can gain the experience, you can still do and participate. You can do level 0 things. Yeah, you can do things that just gain aerospace experience and work on building it up for you as a player. And then once the recipes are released that allow you to gain the levels, that'll exist later. But yeah, this is like super end game. This is like, I mean, if we go back to the aerospace tab, this is the elder-facing profession. This is the end game thing. It's not end game, it's elder players. So it's the thing, you know, like when you people play World of Warcraft, right? And then you get to the max level character and people say like that's where the game starts. That's this. You get all your high level skills and then you start on aerospace. Yeah, exactly. Or something for Diablo or something for RuneScape. You're not ready until you're fully maxed out or what have you, right? Whatever your game of choice is. Get everything all the way up and then start trying aerospace. It's not that you can't do it before then. It's that to set up all the buildings and to start participating, you need to be that high level player. So for me, in my settlement, I have all the skills, I will build the buildings, and then I'll go talk to the people in my settlement and I'll say, hey, do you all want to, you know, like on this day every week I'll leave this building unlocked. I won't use it myself, and you can all start training aerospace a little bit right here. That's good, Kelly. I like it. Yes, excellent. I think I need to sort all our tabs a little bit. We have a few too many things open. Can we participate in co-op missions even with level 0 aerospace? So, those I don't think have been announced or talked about just yet. How they'll work or what the requirements are. So I don't think those are, like, outlined anywhere yet. If they are, please correct me and point me in the right direction. Oh no, the achievements page. Buildings, we have each building we can go and visit and talk about and learn about. So we need to populate a little bit more of this, but schematics are a thing that we need to talk about as well. So for anyone who wasn't aware, craft a schematic into a blueprint. So schematics are one-time use. Oh no! Oh no! The guide! Schematics are a one-time use thing. So you take the schematic, you use glitter, you turn it into a blueprint so that you can make your building one time. So we are giving away some schematics, and you can get some schematics from finishing the ground control station missions. Already asked on Discord, but why can't we share the level requirements if there's level 25 fabrication, 25 machining? I can't use my Martisan, level 25 in fabrication, and myself that's level 25 in machining. Oh, interesting. I see what you're saying. Yeah, and I guess that task probably wouldn't be postable as a job, right? Yeah, Koopy Bread, that's just something to delve into and figure out. That's probably just a bit of coding that needs to happen, that's all. Schematics sound cool. Need to go out with the dog. Sounds good. Would having multiple of these buildings be useful, or are they limited across players instead of just buildings? I don't think they're limited per player. You can install a bunch of these. So the advantages of having some of them, I don't think... You probably don't need multiple fuel tanks, because I think it's pretty instant to transform your Methalox into rocket fuel. Your rocket fuel factory, you could definitely have multiples running to make more Methalox faster. Vulcan Metalworks, I think you could scale up as much as you have the Dusk and the ability to do so, because you do a lot of smelting and making stuff, and you turn the slag into metals that you need. What else? What's the other one? Ground control station, you could probably have lots of, because ground control station only has so many slots to train Martisans as well. So if you want to train a whole bunch of them all at once, you want lots of ground control stations as, like, training centers for those Martisans, right? In addition to, like, all of those slots could be used to run missions to gain schematics, and the more of them that you're running, the more schematics you're going to acquire, and presumably people are going to pay pretty high prices for those schematics right off the bat, and they'll probably hold a decent price long term, as it's the only way to acquire schematics. Oh, the thing, I'm kind of surprised not a single person has said, like, I lack hair today. Which is, it's not about me. I just thought it was kind of funny how quick people are to comment on, like, everything else. Will training time for aerospace be similar to regular training? If you have a look at the video for ground control station, where is ground control station? You'll be able to find the training mission near the end, I believe. Yes, called Officer Instruction. So if we tab back over here, whoop. I almost asked about the new buzz cut. Yeah, we just, about probably once a month, just cut it all off and let it grow back. Yeah, so here we are. It's 6 hours of training time to get 100 to 300 aerospace experience on your Martisan, which is pretty good. So for reference, for anyone who hasn't done it in a little while, XP levels. Oops, that's not the right command. If we're going over here doing this, so to get yourself to, so we're gaining an average of 200 experience every 6 hours, and to get your Martisan to level 25 requires 8,000 experience, which is about 40 cycles of 6 hours. So about 10 days to train a Martisan from scratch to level 25. Which, like, honestly is not that bad. Yes, ignore. There's a lot going on here. 152,000 research papers. With one slot, yeah. Right, so if you have one slot. If you have multiple slots in your ground control station, you're training the same Martisan with a bunch of training missions, you divide that by however many, like, you could probably get a Martisan trained up pretty quickly. Even 10 days is, like, not unreasonable to go from 1 to 25 in the elder profession, right? So, not that bad. Obviously, it's going to take longer to get to higher levels, but even getting to that entry level 25, 50 aerospace is going to be a reasonable amount of time. What are we looking at? With 25,000, so about 3 times as long. So about a month to get to level 50 with one slot, right? Costs a lot, but still awesome. Like, accessible. You have even, like, an untrained, like a chemistry 10 Martisan or whatever. You can get them into aerospace and get them training and get them going relatively cheaply. As far as elder gameplay profession stuff goes, right? Shouldn't there be the equivalent of a training token in use? So that's the thing for this. You're not training the level. This is gaining experience. There's a different task for training to get them up to level 1 that starts in the ground control station. So you can see that, if we go back a little bit right here. So there's this task right here. So this is aerospace level 1. So this is what lets you go from 0 to 1 with any of your Martisans, and lets them start training in a training hall after that. Which is why, like, even though the ability is in the training hall right now, none of them are level 1, so no one can train their aerospace until they get this initial training in the ground control station, right? So they get that initial training, then they start leveling up their XP by doing the officer instruction, building up tons of XP, or doing other mission chains. You can get aerospace by doing lots of different stuff in here, like look at any of these mission chains and how they go and what you get as a reward, right? I think that's step 4. Step 5? Yes, okay, so this is where, like, step 5, if you're a player, you're getting mining experience, but if you do step 5 with a Martisan, you'll get a big chunk of aerospace experience. So it might be worth doing the full mission chain and then running the last step with your Martisan if you want to get XP that way. Yes, mining XP currently. There are other ways for players to get aerospace XP, but some things for players are... read the descriptions here, right? So... will not award aerospace experience for players, but it will for Martisans. So just make sure you're, like, reading these things as you go along. We did showcase a couple of mission chains. We did all of the different virtual hopper testing through mission 1 and 2. Sorry, it splits at 4 into, like, 2 different mission 5s. But basically, watch the video and you'll learn how that chain works. We didn't show off the other 2 mission chains. We're leaving those for people to explore and learn and dig into. So those are all super cool. Really excited for all that stuff to launch and come out and dig into. Yeah. So some people were asking about what is required to make the... to make the building blueprints. That one was easy. It was, what do you call it? Glitter to turn the schematics into blueprints. My main focus is to recover from the changes in seed production. I want to go back to producing my own seeds and food. Yes. So I think the nice thing about the composter and the seed sowing in the greenhouse is that the buildings themselves are balanced. The market just needs to adjust to that, right? So eventually that'll all sort itself out, because like if the building makes things, like the building for seed sowing is generally producing more seeds than go into it. So the building itself is profitable. So then the market needs to figure itself out for the profits to make sense. Right now, if people have hordes of things and things are still balancing, then that's the market fixing itself, not the building that is wrong. Need more composters to feed myself? Yeah. I mean, for anyone who hasn't, like, I bought a massive pile of food the other day because I need food to feed all my martisans, and I can't produce that much. So I'm sure everyone out there with a composter who's overproducing, those are the people that I'm buying food from right now. Mythic composter shards. Any idea if you snag some from boxes? I might have some kicking around, yeah. Okay, we need to go back over here, though. And, oh, no, we were going to talk about, building costs or building component costs, right? So someone wanted to know, so Vulcan Metalworks would be a great place to start. For people who wanted to know what's going on over here. So, let's go here. Boop. All right. Update incoming, says Brutal Days. I have 20 slots. It's already not enough. Global cleaning on Mars is in progress. Don't worry, we'll be back soon. Yes, for anyone who's tuning in, if you aren't aware of what's going on, Aerospace is being put together and then launched as soon as we're out of maintenance here. So Aerospace achievements. If you're just tuning in and you're not aware, when achievements launch, who gets them first matters, as there are it's better to get them early than it is to get them later, and like your name goes on a thing. Anyway, it's a race to get achievements as soon as they come out. So be ready, get online, go race for achievements. But we are pulling up the Vulcan Metalworks as someone had questions about smelting and making things. And yes, there will be a 15-minute warning before things go live and before things get started, so people can get ready. Go walk the dog so that maintenance can wrap up while I'm gone. Yeah. I'm a new player. I finally got a piece of land. I don't know what to do about the Aerospace thing. So, Wajer, if you're not already in a settlement, try and find a settlement you can join where people will help you out, walk you through stuff, and really bring you up to speed. For Aerospace itself, probably you won't engage with it. It's going to take a long time for it to really get flushed out, like a little bit, and people start having buildings and becoming a little more accessible. But if you happen to be part of my settlement, then I'll be making Aerospace buildings that I'll get to be available to the people in the settlement so that they can play with them and use them. And that'll help people get a little bit of Aerospace experience. So if we look at this on the Vulcan Metalworks, can I join the settlement? Yeah, of course. So if we look at the Vulcan Metalworks, we know that smelting stainless steel is going to be a bit of a bottleneck for some people, because of the 3 chromium that is required. So chromium is currently available by smelting thorium, and it has a 20% chance. Smelting lithium, I think a 1 or a 0.5% chance. And if you watch this video and you have an idea of what's going on with slag, you have a chance to get, I mean, we'll just go look at the task after, but you have a chance to get chromium by smelting the slag down. And so chromium makes stainless steel. It does produce a fair bit for your 3 chromium. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna look at smelting slag near the end, I think. Smelting slag in the middle. That's upgrades, selling slag, tank upgrades, reprocessing. Okay, so we're looking for reprocessing 1, Does not include any chance of turning 100 slag into any amount of chromium. Reprocessing 2 uses 150. I'm a little blind. 150, I believe. With a 25% chance of 1 to 3 chromium. This is huge, right? 25% chance, up to 3 chromium. This can basically give you free stainless steel. If you get lucky. And then if we look at number 3, it's a 1 in 5 chance. And the other option that's been added is titanium. So, my opinion, if you're looking at reprocessing slag, you're doing reprocessing slag 2 right now to turn your slag into the best chance to get chromium to keep going, right? Because you need chromium to make the steel to keep doing stuff in the Vulcan Metalworks. Obviously, lots of this is like super speculative. I don't think anyone's gonna have a Vulcan Metalworks for a while. Even like getting the schematics or figuring anything out to start is gonna be kind of tough. We need to start by like going through the tournaments at the NPC city in order to start gaining stuff. I haven't bought a building since Thorium Reactor. Any pointers on whether I should do Composter, Roverworks, or look at the Aerospace ones? So, Blind Wrath, you can't buy the Aerospace buildings. They're schematics. There's a whole big bunch of depth there. But unless you're someone who has like lots of skills at 50 or higher, like 50 chemistry, 50 mining, 50 fabrication, like a lot of high-level skills to do all these things in all these buildings, Aerospace might not be like the first thing you go to. If you're in a settlement and you can all share the effort across a bunch of people, then maybe. But if I'm looking at a new building and I'm picking something up, Roverworks is a significant investment to get a fair number of them. Composter is going to be good to continually feed yourself, but Composter takes a lot of effort to be online for. Got Life Science and Chem at 50. I'd get a Composter then, because Composter goes really well with Life Science, and then I'd ask Match in the Discord. They have like a whole Life Science group of people who are all doing stuff and figuring things out with Life Science that is all really good. Yeah, Life Science, go Composters. If you have rovers, yeah, if you're leveling up your robotics, then you could invest in a Roverworks, but based on what you're saying, I'd get a Composter if I were you, based on your skills and what's going on there. Okay. I need to take a short break here. Let me pause the music though. Let me bring something up here for everybody who can do this while we're busy here. Okay, we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna play all of the Aerospace walkthroughs while we step away. We just need to make sure the cat's doing okay, check on a few things, and we'll be right back after, like 1 or 2 of these videos play. We'll be back after that, okay? All right, be right back. Welcome back to Million on Mars. Today we're going to look at setting up our ground control station. The ground control station can also house martisans, and some tasks require a martisan to be housed here. First, we'll start the process by completing our antenna tracking sub-assembly task. This task requires a very high fabrication level of 80, so you may need to post it as a job. It also requires stamina, aluminum plates, pirate radio shards, copper coil springs, steel ball bearings, and circuit components. Next, we'll craft our ground control power subsystems. These will require an electrical level of 50, and stamina, a crafted energy core kit, electrical tools, and 1 sealed expert electrical tool. Once we put some power cores in our ground control station, we will start setting up our airlock and telemetry system. This will require a fabrication level of 50 and use power, circuit components, rover wires, an airlock, some electronic bits, and sealed expert fabrication tools. With everything else completed, we are now able to finalize our ground control setup. We need an electrical level of 40, and will also require power, circuit components, rover wires, copper coil springs, and electronic parts. Now that we are all set up, we have access to the missions that are in the ground control station. We will have a look at one of them now. The first mission is virtual hopper testing. It will use some power, stamina, research papers, rover wires, electronic bits, and it will give us some Dusk and research papers in return. Stages 2 and 3 of the virtual hopper testing mission both require small amounts of research papers and power, and they will give Dusk and research papers in return. Upon reaching the third step of the virtual hopper testing mission, a circuit component and power are required, but a larger amount of Dusk will be given as a reward. At stage 4, we have two options: the Research Aerospace mission branch, which will give us a good amount of experience for a Martisan at the end of the mission chain, as well as some Dusk now, or the Vulcan Metalworks mission branch, which will give us a chance at receiving the Vulcan Metalworks schematic at the end of the mission chain, and exchange an aluminum plate for some research papers now. We can see at stage 5, the Research Aerospace mission, if completed by a player, will reward mining experience in exchange for vibes, power, and a research paper. The Vulcan Metalworks chain requires glitter, as it has a chance at rewarding us with a schematic. A schematic is similar to a recipe, but is a one-time use item. You will be able to use these aerospace schematics in your engineering bay. Now we will have a look at one of the final tasks in the ground control station, Officer Instruction. This will require us to have a Martisan in the station to use it, and uses research papers, stamina, power, circuit components, and electronic bits. This will give our Martisan 100 to 300 aerospace experience. Now you know how to set up a ground control station, as well as some of the tasks and the mission sequence for the virtual hopper mission. There are also the Start Ground Control Calibration and the Start Satellite Configuration mission chains, which will lead to other schematic discoveries and some other surprises. Best of luck exploring them, and be sure to share your findings in Discord. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Welcome back to Million on Mars. Today we're going to have a look at the Vulcan Metalworks. The Vulcan Metalworks allows players to create aerospace materials as well as some spacecraft and hopper components. This building is most useful if you have over 50 machining, chemistry, and mining. We can see that initially we are not able to charge with cores until we install the power subsystem. This will require an electrical level of 50, an energy core kit, some stamina, and some electrical tools. Once it is installed, we will need to complete the task Prime Smelter Bays. These require electronic bits, full power cells, steel, and rover wires, and will give us a variety of metals and plates upon completion. With our smelter bay complete, we are able to add energy cores to our metalworks. Now that our Vulcan Metalworks is set up, we'll start some tasks to smelt stainless steel and smelt aluminum lithium alloys. Stainless steel will require a chemistry level of 30, a mining level of 30, and use some power, steel, and chromium. It will produce a small amount of slag and some stainless steel. Producing aluminum lithium alloys requires 40 chemistry, 60 mining, and will use some power, aluminum ore, lithium, and metal bits. It will produce a small amount of slag, and it will give us some aluminum lithium alloys. Once we have acquired some aluminum lithium alloys and stainless steel, we will turn them into plates. Creating stainless steel plates will require 30 machining, some power, stainless steel, and metal bits, and will create a very small amount of slag, as well as some plates. Machining aluminum lithium plates requires a machining level of 50, some power, aluminum lithium alloys, and electronic bits. Upon completion, we will receive a small amount of slag and a range of aluminum lithium plates. Now that we have produced some slag, we will look at how to manage it. We can see that it is always possible for us to dump slag, which will remove it with no benefit. We can also use reprocessed slag 1, 2, or 3 to produce metals. Reprocessing slag requires 10, 30, or 50 chemistry to complete, and will turn our slag into a wide variety of ores, increasing in rarity with the various tasks. Additionally, we can increase the slag storage tank capacity up to approximately 1500 once our building is at the highest level. This requires 30 machining, some structural parts, power, stainless steel, and a circuit component. A higher slag capacity will be needed to construct some of the larger aerospace parts. Once we're at a chemistry level of 70, we will be able to sell off our slag for Dusk. Using a small amount of power and stamina, we could sell off 300 slag for 1 to 15 Dusk. The next task we can complete in our Vulcan metalworks are going to require 25 to 75 aerospace. We will be creating major parts and spacecraft components. Our first major part is the static test stand. This will be used in testing rocket engines and requires an aerospace level of 50, a high capacity for slag output, and some power, stainless steel, structural parts, circuit components, electronic parts, metal bits, and steel machine springs. Completing this will give us one static test stand and produce a significant amount of slag. This test stand may seem very expensive to produce, but it will be able to be reused during rocket testing. We can also construct a liquid methane or oxygen fuel tank used in constructing the fuel tank building with 35 or 40 aerospace and 3 to 400 slag capacity. These will both require power, stainless steel, structural parts, circuit components, and a pressure gauge. The last major part for us to construct is the cryogenic canister. This is used to hold rocket fuel and requires 25 aerospace and 100 slag capacity to create. Additionally, it will consume some power, stainless steel, a pressure gauge, PVC, some electronic parts, and some nitrogen. We'll use one of our martisans to make some now. Once completed, we will receive our cryogenic canisters. Now we will create some spacecraft components: the nose cone, landing leg, and hopper frame. These will all require that we have increased slag capacity, and they will also require an aerospace level of 60, 65, and 75 respectively. Each of these will produce a significant amount of slag and consume some power, aluminum lithium plates, stainless steel plates, and circuit components. In addition, the hopper leg and frame will require some electronic bits, metal bits, and titanium plates, while the hopper nose cone will require electronic parts, PVC, and PLA. There's a very small chance while making the hopper leg to receive one additional hopper leg. Now you know how to create many components that will be useful in engine making and spacecraft construction. Check out the next aerospace building to learn more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. We made it through 2 of the 4. You can watch Rocket Fuel Factory and Fuel Tank on your own time. We'll get our music. Oh! Ow! Apologies. Whew. Some spicy, whew. Well, let's close this. I'm gonna pull up a new thing over here. Close you. We're gonna tab ourselves over to here. Gonna get that guy open. So, here's my method for figuring this out. I can open this. Show a little behind the scenes here in just a second of this, and where's my other tabs? I can open up this guy, do one of these, throw this here, do one of those, and I can show this. Where is this? Boop. So, of course, lots of effort goes into making YouTube videos, lots of takes, like somebody said in chat, how many takes do these require? And they require, you know, scripting to not mess up stuff while you're talking. Looks like we say slag 19 times during the Vulcan Metalworks video, says the search and find for this document up here in the corner. There you go. Well, nobody got it today, but that's okay. Yes, assuming we didn't go off script. You're correct. Maybe we said some maybe we said something that went a little off script. Who knows? We are coming up on our 2 hours here for our regular stream length. And we've definitely had a bit of a different stream today. Fully in maintenance mode, but we had a lot of things to talk about. We had lots of things to overview before everything launches today. Making sure people are as prepped as they can be. Getting all the videos out there. Making sure everyone's aware that the change notes exist. Excuse me. People know, like, NPC DTMs are coming. People know leaderboards are coming as a way to acquire schematics. And I think we might be wrapping up here in just a little bit. We may actually stream again this evening, and walk people through Aerospace once it is actually live, and we've had a bit of a chance to crush all the achievements. But if people have any final questions or thoughts or things they want us to have a look at before we call it here, let me know, and we'll make sure we pop over and we look at anything. Something worth mentioning, you know, let's just have a quick look at this before we go. But over on, I think we showed people how to do this on a previous stream, but if you go to Million on Mars on Atomic Hub, you go to the collection page, you go to templates, and you show the templates with no assets. This is how you can see if there are new things that are coming. So when we do this, we can see the latest templates without assets are all of these artifacts. So there's 3, 6, 7, 8 artifacts there. And then I think we have like the Metalworks assets down here as well. But yes, we have this is the a max level hangar, so you can actually see the artwork for some of the things that are coming, right? So you can see there's a hangar, there's a maxed gallery, a maxed cantina, there's the image for the launch pad. Because not all these are out yet, right? We've seen because we have the videos out today for the Off to Walk the Dog, enjoy getting the achievements without me. There is a 15-minute heads up on the Discord before it goes live again, just so people can prepare and race for achievements. But yeah, we have this rocket fuel factory. We know about the Vulcan Metalworks, sorry. But yeah, these two buildings we haven't seen the images for yet. So this is the launch pad and the hangar. So Pretty rad. And obviously this isn't the original, like what all of them are going to look like, because this is the altered artifact image. But you at least get the idea of what the layout is going to be for these buildings, right? Launch pad there. And you can kind of see, oops, how these are a little different than the base building. So here's the Vulcan Metalworks, and we know that a base building doesn't have this color palette, right? So artifacts just have a slightly different color palette. So because we did a whole ton of giveaways, oops, there we go. We're gonna sit on the maintenance screen here before we call it a day. So yeah, on the maintenance screen here, before we call it a day, and we're not going to do a giveaway today because we've done tons through the trivia. So we'll tell people who are tuning in, who are looking for getting involved in giveaways now, there's giveaways happening every single day now, not just on the stream day. Go to the Discord, join the trivia contest, answer the form. If you're not already on the Discord, definitely the place to go, the place to be. Can't leave until maintenance is done. We want to see your first moves with this update. I'll probably hop on... I might launch a stream later to do achievement hunting, or maybe I'll be on the Discord voice chat and I'll stream through there, but I think I probably will stream again later today. We'll see. Waffle is a trivia answer? Yeah, I mean, that's a good one for the people who tune into the stream only. It's kind of fun. Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Head over to the YouTube and check out the stuff over there if you haven't already. We watched a couple of them here on stream. We don't have an ETA, we just know we'll save 15 minutes before so that everyone is ready to go for launch. Check out the YouTube, go watch the videos if you haven't already. We did 2 of them on stream, but there's still 2 more to go check out to learn how rocket fuel factory and fuel tanks work. If you haven't already, make your way over to the Discord. Join the community. Fantastic people, really good team, and we'll be on the voice chat, probably chatting as well. And if you're someone who's part of the cheese settlement, you're welcome to join the Discord. You're welcome to join the Discord anyway. We watch movies on Friday nights. Sometimes we play poker. Sometimes we play other board games. Yeah, we're just happy to hang out with people and connect and make some friends, which is also what the stream here on Fridays is all about. All right. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a good weekend. I'm pumped for the launch, and I'll probably see you all around the Discord later on. All right. Have a good one, and later.